Hello, Ravy fans. This is Diane Cardano-Casacio with the August edition of the Hot Off the Press Market Report. This month, I've got some great news to share with you, and for the first time in 3 years, the year-over-year inventory numbers are positive. That means that there were more listings this past month than the same month last year for the first time in 3 years. Let's look at the graph showing these inventory levels. As you can see, all the lines are red over the last 2 years. And the blue line that pops up all the way at the end, this is last month. We've finally turned a corner, at least for 1 month, and that's a good sign. And the other good sign, if you look over the last several months, is that the lines are smaller, meaning we're getting closer to the inventory from last year. The current level is far from what's needed to satisfy demand levels, though. More interested buyers are coming into the market, and the new home construction is failing to keep up. Take a look at this next graph showing real estate supply and demand data. The blue represents demand, and we can see the number of buyers over the last couple of months has fallen. We can make the argument that there aren't enough houses to show them. If we take a look at the red bars, which represent the amount of listings available, we can see that over the last couple of months, that's gotten smaller. The lean supply of homes for sale is leading to higher sales prices and fewer days on the market. But if we don't have anywhere near the amount of listings to meet demand in the first-time buyer markets and the move-up buyer markets right now, we just don't have it. So check out this next slide with data from CoreLogic. This slide shows that the starter home market inventory is down 14.5% year after year, but prices are up 9.4%. So even though the inventory in the nation is up, that starter home market inventory is dramatically down. And that's going to continue to be the case, because what drives the starter home market? Young people, for the most part, millennials, right? Interesting enough, the chances of millennials buying a house increases by 17.9% once they're married, an additional 6.2% if they have children. So as millennials get older, they're going to jump into the homeownership more, but there's lots of obstacles that some of them will need to overcome. Let's look at this obstacles in the next slide for more details. First American did a survey and found that 35% of millennials said there were a limited inventory of homes they liked. Other obstacles included overall affordability, down payment, and access to credit. Let's take a closer look at each of these hurdles. Now, as we just said, year-over-year comparisons have been pretty bleak, but we had a recent uptick, which means maybe the inventory challenge the first-time home buyers facing could become less acute. Let's look at this next graph, which details affordability and consumer house buying power from 1991 to today. We can see that house buying power has increased over time. If we take a look at the median house price, we can see that from 1991 all the way up to the boom in 2005, those two graphs ran kind of toe-to-toe with each other. These home prices dropped, and now prices are going up again. The spread between the blue and the yellow towards the right of the graph means it's still very, very affordable. Let's take a closer look at mortgage affordability with this next slide. Historically, from 1985 to 2000, 21% of your income was dedicated to your mortgage payment. In 2006, that number jumped to 25.4%. Now, right now, that number is 17.1%. And according to Zillow, even if interest rates do go up to 5%, a mortgage payment will only account for 19% of income, and if rates go up to 6%, then we're going to slightly over 21%. So it's somewhere between 5 and 6% where people will start saying it's truly less affordable now to buy a home. And as far as down payments are concerned, there is a huge misconception over that. The studies have shown that people believe they need 20% down to buy a home. That's not true. Let's look at the next slide that shows average down payments in May, according to the down payment resource. We see that millennials put down about 11%. Buyers with FHA loans put about 4%, while those with conventional loans put down close to 19%. And people with VA loans, which you can get down with 0%, they put down still an average of 2%. So there's a lot of opportunity where buyers don't have to put down 20% to purchase a home and start building equity. Isn't that what it's all about? Now, I don't want to say all of this without also letting you know that there's going to be an economic slowdown ahead. Take a look at this next slide with data from the Wall Street Journal and Pulseonomics survey of economists, investment strategists, and real estate market analysts. What we can see here is that going into the end of 2019 through 2020, and maybe at the beginning of 2021, an economic slowdown is going to take place. So what does that mean for you? Sellers, consider putting your home on the market today. It's never too early to get started. Don't wait for that slowdown when it might be too late to get the best price for your home. So if you're thinking of putting your home on the market in the next 3 months to 3 years, come to our next free home seller seminar on Saturday, October 13th at the Fort Washington Hilton Garden Inn. There I will give you great strategic information on how to keep more money in your pocket and sell your home fast, stress-free. Imagine that. You don't want to miss it. So you want to go to homesharkseminar.com to sign up. That's homesharkseminar.com, or give us a call, 215-576-8666. See you in a couple weeks.